Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum Imam.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Okay, let's start. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة على أعدائهم من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربي زدني علما. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Right. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Inshallah, hope everyone is well. And everyone can hear my voice as well.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Right. So today's lesson is going to be different. I'm not going to even open the book today. I'm going to teach you completely different for 1 hour. Now, what I'm planning to do is this, is that I have taught you only the past tense and the present tense. Correct, Sister Sadia?
Very right, yes.
So what I'm plan to do today is that I want to do something else today, which is something which I haven't done before, but I want to do it in the revision sessions. The reason why I'm doing it now is that because you have a basic understanding of present and past tense. Now I want to develop on that understanding to a level which inshallah you will give dua and you will also say, wow, the Quran is starting to make more sense to us. Meaning that I'm going to teach you some of the other tenses of a verb which I haven't taught before. What are those tenses? Two tenses. One is the passive tense for the past tense, one is the present tense, and one is the amr. So these are the three tenses which are really important. So they will make you have a better understanding of the Quran, and it also will allow you to understand when in the Quran, when you're reciting, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala it says, لا تقتلوا أولادكم خشية إملاق. So there's an ayah in the Quran, it said, do not kill your children because of poverty. How do you make those sentences? How do you make those verbs itself? And I feel that it's important that I teach you them, because as we have done present tense, and also the book itself, book 2, it's a good book and it has a lot of information, and I want to give you a better understanding of the book. And if I teach you more additional information, it will give you better in-depth understanding. Is everyone happy?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So that's the whole idea. And inshallah, those students who are doing Ulum al-Quran, you will enjoy it. Because I'll give you an example, like Surah Alaq. What was the first surah of the Quran? Surah Alaq, yes?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
Surah Alaq, what is the first ayah?
اقرأ.
Who said that?
Zora.
This is Zora. Iqra. What type of verb is this?
It's a command, isn't it? اقرأ.
Correct. It's a dhamma in the beginning. It's got a Iqra. It has a alif in the beginning, and
Yes.
it's a verb. Correct.
Yes.
Now, these verbs are very important in the Quran, and especially who are doing Ulum al-Quran, and inshallah, by the grace of Allah, once we have done about 6 to 9 months or a year, then I'll start jurisprudence. Jurisprudence is using the Arabic language and trying to understand the Quran via a jurisprudence perspective angle. For example, I'll give you an example. Whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses imperatives in the Quran, imperatives are orders. So whenever there is an imperative, ati'ullaha, for example, ati'ullah wa ati'ur rasul wa ulil amri minkum. So ati'ullah, it means what, Sister Zahra Jamal?
Assalamu
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. When we recite the ayah ati'ullah, we use this ayah ati'ullah wa ati'ur rasul.
Obey willingly Allah and obey willingly His Messenger.
Exactly. So now these are verses. Now, of course, then there are other verses in the Quran when it comes to ahkam as well. So normally, the ruling of jurisprudence is that every order, every imperative is an order, a verb, which it comes in the Quran or which comes in ahkam, it indicates upon wajib. So indicates upon imperative, meaning that this is an obligation to do. Okay, so inshallah, I need to first of all teach the verbs, how to conjugate them and how to construct them, and then inshallah you will enjoy it, because jurisprudence is really enjoying, because it makes you understand the Quran better, and even ahkam. Of course, there is of course another module which we can do, which is ayatul ahkam in the Quran. Ayatul ahkam are those 300 verses, 380 verses, which are in the Quran, which deal with ahkam, and we could look at those verses, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used the verses and so forth. So inshallah, that is a subject in itself, which we can do at a later stage. Not yet, but inshallah, once we have the tools, we'll start that, inshallah. Now, let me start without taking any more of your time. Now, we have some new students in the class as well, and inshallah, trying to cater for everyone, and also to build upon your previous understanding, I will do that as well. So first of all, I'm going to use this template, which I have sent in the group, and then I'll build upon this, inshallah. So I have an hour to teach you past, present, and imperatives, inshallah. I'll explain everything. Now, first of all, for me to go into the depth of this, I need to do some basic homework and some basic work. Now, the first basic foundation which I need to relay and to refresh your memories is the past tense, and then the present tense, and so forth. Now, the Arabic language has a 3-letter verb, or it can be more than 3 letters as well. So you can have a 4-letter verb, a 5-letter verb, but the basic minimum letters for a verb in the Arabic language are 3 letters, which is fa'ala, which you can see on the screen. Fa'ala. Now, fa'ala means he did for the third person. And then for the dual, you add a suffix, which is called an alif, which means they both have done. And fa'alu, you add the alif and the waw, and the letter before it is given a dhamma, which means they all did. Then the suffix ta, which is added to the 3-letter verb fa'ala, so all of them have a fatha. Fa'alat means she did. And then you have fa'alata, they both females did. So the ta and the alif is added, and this ta, the flat ta with a sukoon, indicates female. And even in the dual, the ta comes and the alif. So the alif is the sign of dual, and the ta is a sign of female. And then they all females, it's adding the noon, fa'alna. So you add the noon at the end, and the last letter before the noon is given a sukoon, fa'alna. Okay? And then from this onward, the 6th form onwards, you add the suffixes, which are the pronouns, which are with the verb, which represents the different individuals. Okay? And if anyone wants a cup of tea, by all means, tell me. I'll give you a couple of minutes break. Have a big cup of tea, or if you want coffee, have some coffee. I need 100% concentration today. So if you need a break in the next 10, 15 minutes, let me know. I'll give you a break so you can get a cup of coffee. So I need 100% concentration and interaction as well in the class today. So then you have the attached pronouns. We have ta, tuma, tum, ti, tuma, tunna, which is you 1 male, you 2 males, you all males. You 1 female, you 2 females, you all females. Oh. And then you have I, which is the ta with a dhamma, and na with the alif at the end, which is we did. Okay, I'm going to conjugate now. Fa'ala, he did. Fa'ala, they both did. Fa'alu, they all did. Fa'alat, she did. Fa'alata, they both females did. Fa'alna, they all females did. Fa'alta, you did one female. Fa'altuma, you both females. Fa'altum, you all female. Sorry, boys. Fa'alta, you one male. Fa'altuma, you two males. Fa'altum, you all males did. Fa'alti, you one female did. Fa'altuma, you both females did. Fa'altunna, you all females did. Fa'altu, I did, and fa'alna, we did. Is that clear for everyone so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Was there anything new which anyone has learned or they didn't know from before? No? Is that correct? So everyone knew that, yes? That's brilliant. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Brilliant. So that's that. Then I'm going to bring Sister Abida, who has joined us from a different class. Sister Abida, can you come on the mic, please?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam tullah. Sister Abida, can you just conjugate for me now? I've done that. So I want you to now conjugate the 14 forms of the past tense now. Kataba, which means he wrote.
So, huwa kataba, he wrote. Huma kataba, they dual wrote. Hum katabu, they all wrote. Hiya katabat, she wrote. Huma katabata, they dual wrote female. Huna katabna, they all wrote female. Anta katabta, you single male wrote. Antuma katabtuma, you they dual male wrote. Antum katabtum, they all wrote male. Anti katabti, she wrote. Antuma katabtuma, they wrote dual. Antunna katabtunna, they all female wrote. Ana katabtu, I wrote. Nahnu katabna, we
Excellent.
wrote.
Brilliant. Right. Is that clear for everyone so far? Any questions?
No.
Because we have done this. It's just a quick revision for me to do the next step, which I need to do now. Right. So now what we have done now, this is in the Arabic language, this is called Madi and it's called Ma'lum. It's called Madi and Ma'lum. I'm going to pick on a student. I'm going to pick on, where is my Sister Sana? Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam.
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Okay, now Sister Sana, I'm going to ask you a question, and also in this revision session, I'm giving you additional information, developing upon the previous understanding which you have. Now, do you recollect what the word ma'lum means? When you have fi'l means a verb, madi means past tense, and we have ma'lum. Do you remember what ma'lum means?
No.
Okay.
Right.
No, then that's fine. I didn't expect anyone to know because I'm teaching Arabic in a very different form and formation and technique, so that was fine. Now, ma'lum, everyone write this down. So ma'lum means where it's the past tense, fi'l madi ma'lum means the past tense verb where the doer of the verb is known. Where the doer of the verb is known. So if you look on your phone, I just sent you something over now. I'll send the example. Dharaba Aliyun Zaidan. Dharaba Aliyun Zaidan. Ali hit
Zaid.
Ali hit Zaid. Ali hit Zaid. So Ali hit Zaid is the past tense. Aliyun is the subject or the doer. Zaidan is the object, meaning the person who has been hit by Ali. And Aliyun gets a dhamma tanween. Zaidan is the object, and in the Arabic language, all objects for a verb are in the accusative case, meaning that it gets a fatha tanween. Is that clear for everyone?
Yes.
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 Okay, so I'm going to very clearly and slowly so that everyone understands. Sister Sana, are you there?
Yeah.
So can you, is now aliyun, it's in Arabic, the word in Arabic for doer, it's called fa'ilun. Fa'ilun. And a object in the Arabic language, it's called a maf'ul, which means the object. I'm just writing the Arabic and the English. Right. You look tired. You seem tired, Sister Sana.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just work is really busy.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So kataba is fi'l madhi ma'lum, and in this example, Sister Sana, daraba aliyun Zaid. Ali hit Zaid. So Ali is the person who did the action, and Zaid is the person who is a victim of Ali's beating. Okay. That's the example. Now here, Ali is a fa'il and Zaid is maf'ul. So this is called fi'l madhi ma'lum. So this is called fi'l madhi ma'lum, where the doer is known. Now we have another tense for the past tense, which is called the majhul. So the majhul tense is that tense where the doer of the action is not known, but the person who has been inflicted is known. So for example, if I said Zaid has been hit, Sister Sana, if I said Zaid has been hit, who hit Zaid?
We don't know.
Exactly. If I said Ali wrote a letter, we know Ali wrote the letter, correct?
Yeah.
And if I say a letter has been written, who wrote the letter then? Do we know?
No.
Exactly. So that is called in Arabic, because you're past tense, we'll call them majhul form, the majhul verbs. So for the majhul verbs, there is only one pattern. So there is only one pattern. All of the three-letter verbs come on that pattern. So that pattern is fu'ila. So the first letter has a dhamma, the middle letter has a kasra, and the last letter has a fatha. Fu'ila. So fu'ila means that it has been written. It has been written, meaning that anything has been written. So the person who wrote the letter, we don't know, or wrote something, but we know something has been written. Is that clear, Sister Sana?
So you are saying, why are you saying fu'ila and not
Kataba?
I thought kataba is the verb, right?
Kataba is the verb. Kutiba is the verb as well. Kutiba is the passive tense verb.
Kutiba, okay.
Is the passive tense where it means kataba means he wrote, so we know who wrote, but kutiba means it has been written. So it has been written, meaning a document or something has been written, but the person who wrote, we don't know. He's absent.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah, okay.
So Sheikh, is there a pattern for the 4-letter verb then for this one, or is it always 3?
Let's do it step at a step. Let's not try to run before we can walk. So inshallah.
Sheikh, I just want to ask you.
Yeah.
Majhul, is it same as Bab 1?
No.
Who's
asking this question?
Najma?
Yes, it's a Najma. I'll do the inshallah. Let me do this, and then if students want me, then I'll do the babs as well. Because the babs are different as well. So the babs, they are verbs where you have the 3-letter verbs, sorry, the 4-letter verbs, the 5-letter verbs, and 6. So those give different meanings. So they have you have the doers are known, but it's different patterns. I'll give you an example. Istaghfara. Istaghfara, it has alif, sin, ta, ghain, fa, ra. It has 6 letters in total.
Yeah.
So these are the different patterns, and these different patterns, it gives it the 3-letter verb, which is ghafara, he forgived. It gives the meaning to he sought forgiveness.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So inshallah, I do intend to do them, but when I do them, it all depends upon this class itself. But first of all, let me teach you the basic first.
Okay, thank you.
So kutiba is the pattern. So all of the 3-letter verbs, any 3-letter verb, if you want to make the past tense, it'll be on the pattern of fu'ila. So I'll conjugate and then I'll ask Sana. So kutiba means that it has been written. Kutiba, they both have been written. Kutiba, kutiba, kutibu. Kutibat, kutibata, kutibna, kutibta, kutibtuma, kutibtum, kutibti, kutibtuma, kutibtunna, kutibtu, and kutibna, we wrote. Sister Sana, can you come on the mic, please?
Yeah.
Bismillah, can you conjugate for me?
Kutibu, it was written. Kutiba.
With a kutiba, with a fat at the end.
Kutiba, it was written. Kutiba, they both were written.
So the translation, that's fine. Leave the translation.
I don't need
Let's
to
do
translate
conjugation.
it. Okay, kutiba, you don't want me to translate it?
No, there's no need, because it makes sense. It's a passive where it means it has been. You always add the word be in the majhul. That makes it passive. So that's the reason why, and everyone understands. And I'll give you more handouts on this so that you understand this as well. Continue.
Okay, kutiba, kutiba, kutibu, kutibat, kutibata, kutibna, kutibta, kutibtuma, kutibtum, kutibti, kutibtuma, kutibtunna, kutibtu, kutibna.
Excellent. Do you have any questions?
No.
It's really easy. So all of them follow the same pattern. I've sent on in the chat. Dhuriba, fu'ila. The first letter has a dhamma, the second letter has a kasra, and the last letter has a fatha. That's a pattern. All of them are conjugated on this. So the next one I'm going to give to Sister Thoraya. Sister Thoraya Aladina.
Can I interrupt you?
Yes, Sister Siddika Jaffer, go ahead. Sorry, Sister Sukaina. Yes.
I'm just lost here. So let me begin here. The al-madhi, what you're saying is that's the past form.
Correct.
Ma'lum is when it's specifically known who the doer is, and majhul is when an unknown doer is there.
No,
correct?
no, not the unknown is doer. It's that ma'lum is where the doer is known, the person who does the action is known, and in the majhul, the person who does the action is unknown. The person who does the action, for example, if you write this down in English, it will make sense for yourself. If you look in the example in the chat box, on the WhatsApp, I wrote Daraba
So
Aliyun.
I'm not getting the sheet. Maybe I'm looking at it in a different spot. I have the lesson for present tense and I have the 6 Bab sheet skills. So
No, underneath it. There's 2 examples which are sent there. It says Daraba Aliyun Zaidan. Ali hits Zaid.
Correct.
Ali hit Zaid. The person who did the action is Ali of the hitting.
Yes.
Zaid is the victim of the hitting itself.
Correct.
So this is called a ma'lum, where the person who does the action is known.
Okay.
Right? Now, if we want to keep the person who does the action discreet, or we don't want to mention him, we will use the passive form. We use this in English. I have been beaten. It has been stolen. For example, it has to be there. So if we, now this same example, if we want to say Zaid has been hit, and we don't want to mention Ali did the action, we will say Zaid has been hit. So in Arabic, we will use the majhul form, which is on the pattern of fu'ila, and the name Zaid, which is the object, will be mentioned because we want to keep the doer hidden. So only the object is mentioned, not the actual doer of the verb. So we will say in English, Zaid has been hit. Is that clear now?
Can I just jump in here, because I'm sort of I was a bit lost as well.
Yeah.
And Sukaina, I can empathize, but I just thought of something. If it's right, then maybe this way we can remember.
Yep.
You know, if you say Qutila al-Hussein bi Karbala,
yes,
it's Qutila, right? Qatala is he killed.
Yes.
And I'm just looking at your table, and then Qutila follows the same pattern.
Excellent.
So Qutila al-Hussein, he killed Is that right or not?
Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely
Okay,
right.
so that's the way I'm going to just think of remembering it, Sakina. So like he killed. Like,
Yeah,
So,
qatala means
Sheikh, he would be he was killed. Hussein
qatala means
was killed.
yeah, qatala he was killed. Qatala means he was killed, and qutil al Hussein, Imam Hussein has been killed. Has been killed. So when you say qatala, he killed. So you could say qatala Yazid Imam Hussein. Yazid killed Imam Hussein. But if you want to just mention the name of Imam Hussein without mention then the person who's najis, then you will say Qutil al Husainu bi Karbala. Imam Hussein alayhi salam has been killed in Karbala. Yes.
So
Is
the
that
same Sheikh would be like Hulikal Insana Ajula. Like,
exactly?
yeah.
Ahsantum. Ahsantum. And I'll give you another example in the Quran. Kutiba alaykumus sayamu. Kutiba
Kama
alaykumus sayamu kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum
Minkum.
allakum tattaqun. So kutiba means that it has been prescribed.
yeah.
You can't say they could have, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could have said kataballahu alaykum as-sayam, but no, Allah didn't mention that he is the doer, the person who is making a wajib, but he put it in the passive form. It has been wajib upon you.
Okay.
Is that clear now?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaykum assalam. Sister
You mind if I
Bilqis.
ask a question?
Yes.
Okay. I'm a little confused over here.
Okay.
In this Malum and Majhul thing, we just reviewed that the suffixes that we add in the past tense shows how many people are doing the action. Like if it's singular or two women, multiple men, or what. Okay. If the doer of the action is not present in Majhul, or it's unknown, why are we using the same suffixes in the Majhul form? In the Mazi Majhul, why are we adding the same suffixes when we don't know who the doer of the action is? Like in Zoreba, okay, Zaraba, we know he hit. Zoreba, somebody has been hit. Then Zoreba or Zorebu, how do we know?
Okay,
that?
so a very good question. I'll explain. That's a very good question. I'll explain. So what happens is this. Now, this question is an anticipated question, which is a good question. So what happens is that when you say when you said, for example, qatala al-Husayn, qatala al-Husayna. So qatala al-Husayna, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he killed Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Now,
okay, that was one singular, right? I'm sorry to interrupt you. That was singular.
Yeah.
If you can give an example for like 3 women did something. So why are we using the same suffixes when we don't know the doer of the action?
Sister, I think you're looking at the subject. The subject is when the action done upon is the multiple.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's where you're confusing. Yeah.
So what is this? What happens is that when we have the passive tense, so what's happening is that the subject in the majhul, the Bilqis, is that correct?
Yes.
Bilqis. Now, what's happening in the majhul, the doers, which we have said in the ma'lum, now in the majhul, they become the victims now.
Okay, so they become the object. Now they are not the subject. Okay, so that's the part I was missing.
Yeah. So that's the answer itself.
Now everything is clear. Okay.
So first, when the ma'lum, they were the doers of the action, but in the majhul, when you say they have been hit, they have become now the victims upon whom the action has been done upon.
Okay. Now I got it. Now, okay. Thank you so much, and thank you, sister, whoever she was.
This is Zohra Virji.
Okay, thank you, Sister Zara.
So this is.
Can I make a point in this majhul thing?
Yes, go ahead.
In the passive past tense, there is no object in the sentence. The the noun on which the action is done upon, the thing on which the action is done upon, isn't it called naib file and it's not the object?
No. Naib file is okay. Right. Let me try to explain this. It's a good question you've asked. So what happens in Sister Zahra is this. Let me explain. Now, let me expand upon what you have said, and I'll clarify this. Now, when you say Qatala, when you said Qatala Yazid al-Imam Hussein, okay? Qatala Yazid Imam Hussein, okay? So Qatala Yazid La'natullah is the fa'il, and Imam Hussein alayhi salam is the maf'ul, okay?
Yeah.
So this is called verb. Qatala is the verb. Yazid is the fa'il, the doer.
It's the subject, yeah.
Subject, and Imam Hussein alayhi salam is the maf'ul, is the object.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you say that Imam Hussein alayhi salam has been killed, then what happens is that the object, listen to it, Qutil al-Husaynu bi Karbala. Imam Hussein alayhi salam has been killed. So what happens is that the object substitutes the doer of the verb. You know what?
Yes. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I was asking that why is the actual doer mentioned? It's not the doer now. It's the object taking place. The naibul file representing or substituting the doer itself.
Okay. But then it no longer remains the object. Then it becomes the representative of the subject.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
It's called naibul file.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so inshallah, inshallah, I'll go over this more depth at a later, in more depth, and I'll send you a handout on this more. So, but the only thing I need to teach you at the moment is this pattern, fu'ila. It comes very often in the Quran. Kutila, dhuriba. I'm sure the other ones are there. Kutila, shuriba. Qila is another example in the Quran. Qila, it was originally Qawila, but it became Qila. So Dhuriba is all of that. Can I have Sister Thuraya Aladina? Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Welcome to the class. This is your first lesson. Would you be able to conjugate, Sister Thuraya, Dhuriba, please?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Zuriba, Zuriba, Zuribo, Zuribat, Zuribata, Zuribna, Zuribta, Zuribtuma, Zuribtum, Zuribti, Zuribtuma, Zuribtunna, Zuribtu, Zuribna.
Excellent. Is that clear for everyone now?
Yeah.
Sheikh, can I ask a question?
Yes, Sister Mukarrama.
So, Zuriba is one person was hit.
Yep.
Now, Zuriba is two person were hit. Two people were hit.
That's right.
And Zuribu, multiple people were hit.
That's right. They have been hit. That's right.
So it's the object that is changing, not the subject.
That's right. Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
That's
Thank
correct.
you. Thank
That's
you.
correct. So, okay, Sister Zamina, you both sisters are a bit quiet today. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Is everything being understood?
Yeah. So when we want to use the majhul form,
yep,
we're using it to we're not including the object, so we're just having the person that the action has been done upon, but not the doer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So we're avoiding mentioning the person who does the action. Like, for example, the food has been cooked.
Yeah.
The food has been cooked. Who cooked it, Dad or Mum? Who's a better cook? For example, so the food has been cooked. Who cooked the food? We don't know. Or I have been hit. I have been. So when we use this, the person who hit you, we don't know. It's kept passive. So it's called the passive form.
And is there a reason like why we use the passive tense? Is it like for more?
We use it. Why do we use it in English? We use it because sometimes we don't want to mention who did this action itself.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's more eloquent. You don't say Mum cooked the food for us. You'll say food has been cooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the reason why we use it. And sometimes we deliberately use it because we, for example, when one of the kids have done something naughty, Dad, someone has the glass has been broken. Who broke the glass? We don't know.
Yeah.
So it's common that sometimes we use it because we're trying to protect the doer of the verb itself.
Okay. And in the majhul, like the person after is always got a it's always in the kasra form.
No. Sorry, repeat that question again. If
so when you say, for example, in the majhul, and you have
Yep.
the verb, and then you have the person that the person will always be in a genitive case.
No, not genitive case. In the nominative case.
Nominative case, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
nominative. Okay.
It will get the same i'rab. So if you look at the example, that's a very good point you mentioned there. So if you look at the example which I sent in the fast track WhatsApp group, I wrote Daraba Aliyun Zaidan, and then when I made the majhul, I put Dhuriba Zaidun. Dhuriba Zaidun. So Zaidun, previously it was getting a fatah tanween. Now it's getting a dhamma tanween because it's now in the Dhuriba is in the passive form, and Zaidun is now called Na'ibul Fa'il, representative of the doer.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah, kind of. Thank you.
No, it's not. If it's not kind of, you have to explain to me then. What is the? Okay, in this example, let's use this example. Daraba Aliyun Zaidan. Tell me what's happening here.
So we have the Daraba is the verb.
Correct.
And then Ali is the file.
Correct.
And then Zaidan is the file, the object, the maf'ul, sorry.
Zaidan is maf'ul, correct. And in Dhuriba Zaidun, so Daraba, is it ma'lum or majhul verb?
Majhul.
No, Daraba.
Oh, sorry.
Daraba.
Oh, it's ma'lum.
Excellent. And Sister Sakina, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yes.
So in Dhuriba Zaidun, explain to me this, please, as well.
So Dhuriba is majhul.
Yeah.
So you have Zaid has been hit. So it
Correct.
has been, but we don't know who hit Zaid.
Correct. And what happens to the i'rab? Originally it was Zaidan, and why is it Zaidun?
Because the person, it takes a nominative case now.
Excellent.
So it's always going to have a dhamma.
Yes, brilliant. That's really good. Thank you ever so much.
Well, sir, please, if you can please explain, give example of Duribu.
So Duribu, for example, I'll give you an example. If I'll give you an example, is that Zaid, I'll give you an example in English, it will make sense for you. Zaid hit them. Zaid hit them. Zaid hit them. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Zaid hit them means that Zaid is one person, but he hit them, which are the plural. Okay? But now if we want to make it passive, that those people have been hit, I will say Dhuribu. They have been hit. So now what's happening is that the victims who have been hit, they are known, but the person who does the action is not known. Is that clear now, Sister Sadia?
So we will not mention Zaidun this time there?
No,
because so Duribu will be, it is a hidden one there. We don't need to expound this one sentence at all.
No.
Duribu will explain everything?
Yes, that's right.
Sure.
That's right. Or what you can do is that Dhuribu, so what's happening here, you can either say, let me give you an example. Zaid hit Umar, Zaid hit Abu Bakr, Umar and Usman. So there's 3 people, okay? So now these 3 people, I could say now, Dhuribu, Abu Bakr, Umar and Usman. So because they are more than 3, so they all Zaid, Abu Bakr, Umar, and Osman, they have been hit. They have been hit. So there are 3 individuals hit by Zayd. So they have been mentioned, but Zayd is not mentioned. Batul, Sis Batul, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yeah.
Sir, one question. In
Yeah.
Arabic, if the verb is in majhul form, we cannot mention the subject. Like in English, if we want to say they have been hit by Zayd, we can say it. But in Arabic,
No,
is
no.
it possible, or the purpose of bringing the majhul noun is to hide the subject itself?
Exactly. The purpose is lost then. If you have to if you mention the fa'il again. Okay.
So wherever there is a, there will just be the naib file, but
right.
you will not have the subject.
Exactly. Okay.
Jazakallah.
Right.
Sheikh, one more question, please.
Yeah.
We go to the first chart, kataba.
Yeah.
So how would we translate? Okay, we understood kutiba, you said it has been written, kutiba, both have been written, kutibu, all have been written.
Yeah.
Then what happens when it comes to kutibat? She has been written?
It has been written. So what happens? I'll give you an example. Now it has been written. Now, for example, I'll give you an example. The word risalatun. The word risalatun. Risalatun. How do you spell risalatun?
Rasin lam in kamarbuta.
Exactly. As Sister Zahra has wrote on there. Now risalatun is feminine, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Risalatun. So when I'm going to say the letter has been written, I will not use kataba or kutiba. I will use kutibatir risalatu. The letter has been written, because a risalatu is feminine. I will also use a feminine passive tense accordingly to that as well.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because the verb comes according to the actual person who's doing the action. For example, I'll give you an example. I'll give you another example. If I said Zayd hit Hafsa. Zayd hit Hafsa. Zayd hit Hafsa. Or for example, hit Hind. Zayd hit Hind. Hind, is it female or male?
Female.
Female. So if we said, we will say Daraba Zaydun Hindan. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Daraba Zaydun Hindan. Zayd hit Hind. Now, if we want to keep Zayd absent, not known to anyone, and we want to say Hind has been hit, Hind is a female, and we want to say Hind has been hit, I will need to go to the female form, which is, for example, over here, Dhuriba. Dhuriba means he has been hit. Hind is female. So I'll go to the form Dhuribat, which is she has been hit, and then I'll put Hind's name after it. Then Hind becomes a fa'il, and the naib will fa'il. So Hind has been hit. Dhuribat Hindun.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much.
So if we want to say Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman have been hit, then we say Dhuribu, Abu Bakr, Uthman, and the other people, Umar.
Yeah, Tom, Dick, and Harry. Yes. Yep. Tom.
Yeah. So that's what you say. You just leave it like that. Dhuribu, and then like that.
Yeah, that's right. Or you could do the other way around. You could have Umar, Abu Bakr, Uthman in the beginning, and then say Dhuribu.
Okay. So just like how we do the past tense verbs, we can either put it before or after, right?
Yeah. So what? No. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Is that clear for everyone now?
Thank you.
I haven't had any yeses today. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So just remember the pattern is fu'ila. That's the main thing you need to remember. The rest of the things we will cover that later in more depth, inshallah, when it's required. Fu'ila is the pattern. Now the present tense. Now for me to explain this, I need to do one more thing just to refresh everyone's memory. Okay, I haven't got it on this one. That's fine. Okay, let me explain present tense. So the present tense. Thank you, Sister Zahra. Now, fi'l mudari ma'lum. So fi'l mudari ma'lum is the present tense where the doer is known. And we have yadribu. Sorry, just 1 second. We have yadribu. Yadribu, he is doing. So how do we make it? We add the ya in the beginning, and the first letter, which is a dhad, we put a sukun, and the middle letter is given a kasra, and the last letter is given a dhamma. That's yadribu, he is doing. And the dual is made, we have a ya in the beginning, and alif noon for the dual. Okay? And the plural is the ya again in the beginning. All of these first three have a ya in the beginning, and we add the waw and the noon, and before the waw, a dhamma is given, and it becomes yadribuna. So yadribu, yadribani, yadribuna, which is he hit, they both hit, they all hit. Then we have tadribu, she is hitting. We add the ta in the singular and in the dual, and we add alif noon for the dual itself. So tadribu, she is hitting. Tadribani, they both are hitting. Now the sixth form for the female, the ta is removed and a ya is put, and the three-letter verb, the last letter, which is the ba, is given a sukun, so it becomes yadrib, and we add a noon with a noon with a fatha, yadribna. Let me just try to change it to the other one. Give me 2 seconds. I've got another slide. I think I do. Yes, I do. Just 1 second. Give me 1 sec. Right. Okay. If you can, everyone see the slide? So this is the slide. So you can see here, we have the over here on the slide, we have the prefix, which is the ya, and in the dual we add the ya and the alif noon, and for the all we add the ya and the waw noon, yaf'aluna, and for she is doing we add the ta, and for the dual they both females are doing, we add the ta and the alif noon, and for they all females are doing, we add the ya, the last letter is given a sukun and add a fatha, yaf'alna. Then the next six are by following. All of the six now, taf'alu, taf'alani, taf'aluna, taf'alina, taf'alani, taf'ala, all of these six forms have tas in the beginning, and taf'alu is the same as she is doing as well. Taf'alu and taf'alu. She is doing and you, one male, is doing. But you tell from the context whether it's referring to the masculine or the female, the third person. Then the dual is made by alif noon, taf'alani. The plural, they all boys are doing, is taf'aluna, taf'aluna. The female, for you, one female is doing, you add the ya and the noon, and the beginning is with a ta, and before the ya, a kasra is given, taf'alina, taf'alina, okay, taf'alina. And then you have taf'alani, taf'alna. You have the last letter of taf'alu is given a sukun, noon with a fatha becomes taf'alna. I am doing, you add a alif. We are doing, we add a noon. Sister, who I should have picked? I'm going to pick on sister, who is, which one? Sister Fatima Mirali.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Just give me 1 second. Let me just get it onto the screen, the correct slide.
You know what you were just doing? Were you doing you were doing the present tense there?
Yeah, that's right.
The normal one, not the majhul one, right?
Yes, I was doing. Yeah, and I need to do the normal one first. Once I do the normal one, then I'll do the other one.
I think you've got to be really hot on the ones you've just taught us, and then you can go into the majhul better.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So let me go through this first. There you go. Go ahead.
Okay. So yaf'alu is he does. Is that what you want me to do?
Yes, yaf'alu, he does. And explain to me what has been added to make the actual present tense.
Okay. So yaf'alu, we've added the ya at the beginning. Yeah. And then yaf'alani, again the ya at the beginning, but we put the ani at the end. And yaf'aluna is the una at the end, and again ya at the beginning. And then we go to the feminine, so it's taf'alu, so which changes it to ta at the beginning. And then we have taf'alani, which is a bit like yaf'alani, but this is the female version, so we've got the ta at the beginning. And then we've got yaf'alna, which is the plural of the female. So it's like that. And then we've got yaf'alna. Is that right? Yaf'alna.
Yes. Correct.
Okay. And then taf'alu is the male singular, and it's a bit like the female. Isn't that right? Yeah, the female singular. Okay.
Correct.
Taf'alani is the dual you. Male, and then taf'aluna is you male all, and then taf'alina is the feminine singular one.
Correct.
For ina at the end, and taf'alani is the feminine dual, and again the ani at the end and ta at the beginning. And then we've got taf'alna, which is the feminine plural, so ta and then alna. Yeah, and then af'alu is I, and then naf'alu is the noon.
Excellent. Is that clear for you now, Sister Fatima?
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So inshallah, please can I ask everyone to conjugate for me 3 verbs in the majhul, in the past tense. In the past tense, conjugate 3 of them and write 1 verb in the past passive tense form, like dhuriba. Write 1 down and conjugate 3 verbs and send me a voice note, please, to me, because I need everyone to understand this, because I could teach it, you may understand it, but if you don't do your homeworks, it's pointless me teaching, because it's only been reinforced when the students do the homeworks, because when you write it, then you actually memorize it. Otherwise, you don't memorize it, you forget. So please do that homework.
So what are we supposed to do?
You're meant to write the past passive tense, 3 verbs, conjugate for me, voice record dhuriba, kutiba, and ulima. Do 3 verbs and write 1 verb in the majhul form for me. Okay.
Kutiba, dhuriba, and
anything. You got the list. You could do whatever you want. You have a free hand.
Okay, Jazakallah.
Okay. I'm not going to take any more of your time. Actually, I could do 1. Give me a couple of minutes. There's only 2 minutes. I'll teach within 2 minutes. Right? Can you see the screen on the? Can you see anything on the screen by any chance?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yeah. I could teach this in 2 minutes. Right. Give me 2 minutes, and I'll finish in 2 minutes. Now, the present tense. Sister Sana, are you there? The reason why I'm picking on these students, those students who need extra support, I'm picking on them because I know that they need some sort of extra support because they haven't had the chance to do some revision. Sister Sana, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, now Sister Sana, present tense, mudari majhul. So mudari majhul are made on the pattern of, is 1 pattern. Can you see this? Can you see this over here? Yud rabu. Yud rabu. Can you see it over here? So yadrabu and yadribu, what's the difference between the 2?
The fatha on the ya has been changed into dhamma.
Correct.
And the kasra on the ra has been changed into a fatha.
Excellent. And that is it. So the pattern is yuf'alu. So every present tense verb which has 3 letters is conjugated on the pattern of yuf'alu. Okay. Yuf'alu. So in the Quran, in Surah Baqarah, we have yuqtalu. The word yuqtalu has come, which is fi'l mudari majhul. He is being killed. Yuqtalu. I'll give you examples from the Quran and I'll send them today to yourselves, inshallah, after class. So yudhrabu. I would like you, Sister Sana, to conjugate for me the 14 forms for me, please.
Yudhrabu, Do you want me to translate?
No, that's fine. I don't, because I just want to teach the form, how to make the actual pattern, yudrabu. That is it. I don't want the conjugation, because the conjugation, yadribu, is sufficient for me.
All right.
Sorry, where's it gone? Just 1 second. There you go.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yudrabu, yudrabani, yudrabuna, tudrabu, tudrabani, yudrabna. It's gone again.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yudrabna, tudrabu, tudrabani, tudrabuna, tudrabina, tudrabani, tudrabna, adrabu, nudrabu.
Udrabu and nudrabu.
Yeah.
Udrabu and nudrabu. Thank you, Sister Sana. Can you choose the next student who you would like to come on the mic?
Sheikh, can I just ask a quick question?
Yes, Sister Naseem.
So for the present tense, the ma'lum pattern is yaf'ilu.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yaf'ilu, and the majhul is yuf'alu.
Yeah.
So the yuf'alu, I would send that in the group now, so that you have that as well. Any question from anyone? Yes, thank you, Sister Zahra, you've done that. Okay, I'm going to pick on Sister Nobia. Sister Nobia, it's been a while, you haven't come on the mic. Sister Nobia, can you conjugate yudrabu for me, please?
Yuzribu, yazruban,
yudrabu,
yuzrabu, yazrubani,
yudrabani,
yuzrib. The majhul or the ma'lum?
Majhul.
Majhul. Okay, sorry, I was doing the wrong. Yuzrabu, yazrubani, yuzribuna, tuzrabu, tazrubani, yuzrabna, tazrabu, tazrubani, tazrabuna, tazribina, tuzrabani, tazrabna, azrabu, nazrabu.
Udrabu, nudrabu.
Uzrabu, nazrabu.
Excellent. Can I have Sister Mrs. Rahil, Sister Rahila?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam. Can you conjugate as well, please?
Yes. Majhul.
Yes.
Okay. Yuzrabu, yudrabani, yudrabuna, tuzrabu, tudrabani, tuzrabna, tudrabu, tudrabani, tuzrabuna, tuzrabina, tudrabani, tuzrabna, adrabu.
Udrabu.
Udrabu, nadrabu.
Nudrabu. Sister Abida, can you conjugate as well, please?
Yeah, same one. Yuzribu,
yudrabu, sister. Yudrabu.
Sorry, yuzrabu, yuzrabani, yuzrabuna, tuzrabu, tuzrabani, yuzrabna, tuzrabu, tuzrabani, tuzrabuna, tuzrabina, tuzrabani, tuzrabna, uzrabu, tuzrabu. Nuzrabu, sorry.
Sheikh, you're muted.
Sheikh, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Thanks, Sister Zohra. So I want you to conjugate 3 for the majhul past tense and 3 for the present tense. 3 for the past tense, 3 for the present tense. And I want you to write 1 verb, complete verb in majhul, and 1 complete one for the present tense. And I want the voice recordings to be sent. Please, if you want me to, if you really want to learn Arabic, do these homeworks, because without homeworks, I cannot make this class successful and make you reach your destiny, which everyone wants to reach. Do the homeworks. I can't emphasize. That's the reason why I've only do 1 class a week, so that you have a whole week to be able to do the homeworks, inshallah. So please do the homeworks, because the classes are getting quite extensive and quite in depth, and I need your support to do these homeworks.
Sheikh, I have
Can I
one
ask a
question,
question?
please. Just one question, Sheikh.
Yes.
So, for example, yadribu is he hits. Then yudrabu will be he's hitting. Is that how we
He's
would
being
translate?
hit. Yudrabu, he is being hit.
He's being hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Yes,
Okay.
I would like just to know more. So yudrabu is active present. He
No,
is being hit.
Yes, active present, that's right. And yudrabu, he is being hit, passive. Okay. So you've all, everyone has got the six, these are the 6 verbs for a 3-letter verb. You could choose any one and inshallah conjugate them and that would be much appreciated. So inshallah, aloud salawat, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam. So inshallah, next week, I'm going to teach you the imperatives. So in the Quran, how did the word ikra was made? The word ikra in Surah Alaq, I'll teach you how to make the imperatives so that when you read the Quran, you will understand that here is an imperative. Imperative means an order. When you order someone, hit, eat, run, speak. So inshallah, I'll teach you that next week, inshallah. And then inshallah, then after that, I'll go back to the book 2, do something from the book, and then I'll teach you after that. There's some 2 other things I need to teach you. I need to teach you ismul fa'il and ismul maf'ul. Like we have mudarrisun or mujtahidun. We have mu'minun. How do you make these forms? I'll be teaching you that inshallah 2 weeks time. Next week will be the imperative. The following week I'll be teaching you ismul fa'il, which is the doer of an action, inshallah. So inshallah, I hope today's class was beneficial and interesting as well, inshallah.
Sheikh, for the homework, the 3 passive past tense and passive present tense,
yes.
we need to conjugate.
Yes, voice recording.
In total 6 verbs we need to
yes.
conjugate.
Yes, please.
And then you said something about one complete.
Yeah, so I want everyone to write one complete past tense majhul.
The sentence, you mean?
No, the conjugation, like dhuriba, dhuriba, dhuribu, so forth.
Okay, like that. Okay.
Okay, so that's the
one question, please.
Pardon?
One question, please. So what will be the translation for yudrabu in the majhul in mudari?
Okay, yudrabu means he is being hit. So that is it. Yudrabu, he is being hit.
Yeah, but then what about the majhul form? Yudrabu, he is being.
That is the majhul form. Yudrabu, he is being hit, and yadribu, he is hitting.
Oh, he is hitting. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma kulli waliyika al-hujjati min al-hasan salawatuka alayhi wa ala aba'ih fi hadhihi as-sa'ati wa fi kulli sa'a waliyan wa hafidhan wa qa'idan wa nasira wa dalilan wa ayna hatta tuskinahu ardaka taw'a wa tumatti'a fiha tawila bi rahmatika ya